Alrighty. Everybody, welcome to the G-Lew Show After Hours Live Show. I am G-Lew. As you know, tonight I've been promoting all week. I got my homeboy. He's back. The return of the incredible Javier.
I appreciate that.
Javier
Appreciate that,
Raygoza. He's
G.
back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before we get started, Javier, you've been here before, and I'm sure everybody that's watching, they're familiar with everything you have going on. And also, congratulations on 5K.
Oh
Javier.
man, I appreciate that.
5K, 5K. My boy's coming up in the world. We're gonna get into all of that right there. But Javier, before we get started, give the people a brief background or whatever you want to give them for the people who may not know you. If they're under a rock or whatever, let them know who you are and
Okay,
everything.
definitely.
Right
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. So my name is Javier, also known as Credible Javier, or known as Cricket from El Monte Flores. I grew up a gangbanger and went to the California Youth Authority. Changed my life around. Decided that it was time, to do something that would be positive. Raising my kids. Um, you know, I got married, went to my wife, raised my kids. Have a daughter with special needs. She really changed, a lot of the way I think. And yeah, along that way, I've made music. So through every step, my music has evolved. I started off kind of as a more cartoonish rapper with over the top violence and sexual innuendos, and now I think I have lot a more of a mature sound. So I do that. I also have a YouTube channel at Incredible Javier on YouTube, where I interview former incarcerated youth, as well as other people. I interview a lot of different people. I love hearing people's backstories, what it is that got them into the lifestyle that they pursued, and a lot of changes. I always want to know why they changed, so I do that. And also, I have just launched a podcast with my co-host Yahira called the Indigenous Heathens Podcast, and that's on Apple Music, Spotify.
Yes, my boy. Hey, man. Hey, as you just heard, many hats. My boy, I'm so proud of the homie, man, and I always tell him this, and I'm sure everybody does. But Javier, it's like you're a great inspiration to us all. Like who, first of all, come from the life, come from the background, but just to see, I always tell you this, but just to see the positive, man, things that you're doing, where you've come from, like coming from a YA baby and doing like years, 4 or 5 years in YA, where it's not easy, man. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
to come out of that, man, and do the great things that you're doing, bro. You're just an inspiration. I'm sure I'm just an outsider, like looking in, but I'm sure to your immediate family, like your wife, your kids, I'm sure definitely proud of you, bro, and everybody around you, your homeboys. Everybody that is impacted from your show. I seen you do something with the homie today, American Cholo, the homie Gil. Shout out to Gil. So many people, and
I'm
that's
much love to
another thing.
Gil.
That's another thing I respect. You keep relationships with the people you got on with and can always call them up or get on with them on any occasion and make a great platform. And you're just expanding the platform to so many different arenas and areas. Not only you found your lane with the speaking about the YA and just interviewing so many homies that you did time with. That's the
Yeah.
great thing about it. You have people that come on and talk about what they do and maybe get information, but this guy was actually really there. And the people that he interviews is people that he was locked up with. And so many of them have great stories now, went on to become, great men and came up out of that bubble, quote unquote, that YA or the youth authority or the juvenile system or the California prison system, CDC, in general put you under. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how to do great things, man. And you're inspiring so many people, uh, counterparts, homeboys, me. Anybody that looks at what you do, and I'm seeing the progression and seeing you progress and progress. And I think you're a natural at this because once again, you can't make this stuff up. You can't force yourself upon people. You can't just create things out of nowhere. You know what I mean? You have to create the content and find your lane. But I just really feel a genuine passion for what you do. And just like you spoke with the homie today, it's like you're not in it. You can't come in this thing thinking about money or anything else. It has to be natural, and the people will
Yes, sir.
gravitate to,
Yeah,
and that's what they have done. They've gravitated from here. Go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say just Really, I appreciate, like you said, there's a lot of people that show support, and that's what I really appreciate. I really appreciate the people that show support, like you, like American Cholo, my family, my homies. Because if there was no support, I wouldn't have a platform. And you guys really embraced me, and I appreciate that. Like I'm the new kid, kind of the smaller guy on the block. You know what I mean? And it's like you guys are really embraced me, and like, come on, we got your back, and I really appreciate that, man.
I think we had some issues. My internet is tripping. I'm sorry. Conejo, what up, my boy? My internet has been tripping as well. So if we have any issues, sorry about that. But
Oh,
yeah,
no problem,
Javier,
man.
and then tonight though, with all of that being said, we've had Javier on here before. So if you missed that old episode, please go back and check it out. I was he blessed me to be on his show as well. I gave my story as well on his show. But tonight, what we want to do is something different. We're gonna talk about everything too, and I'm gonna read some comments. Anybody got questions and all that because Javier is steadily, like I said, growing and doing greater things. Great content, and he has the podcast now, which I want to speak about. You hooked up with the homegirl who you had on your show a while back because I remember that
Yeah.
interview, great interview, and now you hooked up with her for the podcast you guys have. The
Yes,
homie has a
sir.
clothing line. He has the merch out there a lot. So we're gonna get in all that. But like I said again tonight, what we want to talk about, Corey Sagan, congrats, Javi on 5K. That's what's up.
Oh,
But
much love. Appreciate that.
shout out to Corey, what up? Hey, but tonight, like I said, what we want to talk about is this music because last time the homie was here, right? We spoke about it, but we didn't really get into it, and that's what I really want to get into because I think that's another talent the homie has that you guys have been sleeping on. My boy is a dope ass artist. You know what I mean? Dope, man. He has great music out there that he hasn't really let out the bag yet, So we want to talk about his music thing and how that came about and preview some of the music he has as well. So we want to do that tonight as well. You know what I mean? So we're gonna take a twist tonight and do that. And with that being said, Javi, I'm gonna go to a older track. It's not I don't know how old this is, but we're gonna get into the new music because he has a new album that nobody's heard yet. That I
That's
got
good.
the
G-Lew
exclusive of.
exclusive.
So we're gonna preview that.
Yes, sir.
G-Lew exclusive. But we're gonna go to some older stuff. I'm gonna start it off with Killers and Drug Dealers, man. Tell us about this, Javier.
So this is a song I wrote a long time ago. I originally wrote it to a sample, right? And obviously I couldn't get that sample cleared. I don't got the budget for that shit. So I was just like, I love the lyrics that I dropped on it because it like hits close to home. And my boy that I was in YA with, actually, Spectre Beats, he started producing. And one day he shot me a few beats, and I was like, this is it. Like, I'm gonna redo that song to this beat. And so I was able to put it out legitimately. So it's that song, and it's just basically talking about different aspects of the streets and different ways we view things.
Right. And the homie again, check out the lyric. The homie has bars, dope artist. But before I get into this music, Javier, I want to ask you this. When you started doing music, homie, because this is something unique. I learned about your music, especially the new stuff. Um, it's like from a different perspective, and it's like some real hip hop. But what
Yeah.
made you stray away from maybe the quote unquote uh maybe stuff people would expect you to do, or to just gangbang music, or talking about Floridas and all of this? What made you want to take that different route and do the type of music that you're doing, bro?
Well, like, as I was saying earlier, when I started off with kind of cartoonish lyrics where there was a lot way over the top, like
Right.
crazy. And As I matured, my music started maturing. You know what I mean? So it became less and less about violence. Well, no, I shouldn't say less about violence because there's still violence there, but it's just talking about the effects of the violence now, rather than me
Right.
glorifying and the violence. So I just me growing as a person. I started changing as an artist also. So that's basically how I really I became I think one of the main things I heard was one of my homeboys, God Forsaken. He had a song called Portraits of My Daughter, right? And in that song, he's basically
Right.
talking about why he gets up and goes to work, and why he does what he does. And I was like, I never even thought, like, damn, like, I didn't even think you can rap about shit like that, right? And he had another song called Dope Sick. And he has one line that really inspired me. He says, the homies treat him equal, never judge by habit, because there's a solid motherfucker behind the drug addict. right? So I
Mm.
was just like, man, like I felt that shit because I knew a lot of people at that time who were smoking meth and who were just like ruining their lives and ruining their reputations. And I
Right,
started
right,
to think to myself, like, I have to come legit. Like all that other kid shit, that ain't doing nothing. I had to really spit. So said, fuck it, it's time to really spit some shit. Originally, I did try to come out more political, like with the like foreign policy, US policy, shit like that. But there's that really wasn't my lane. Like I'm very passionate about my politics, but musically it wasn't my lane. It's not what people wanted to hear. So when I kept it organic, kept it about the streets, but my perspective of the streets, I found that was connecting more with people.
right, right. Okay. All right. There it is. The perspective from Javier, why he does what he does. And check this out right here. Killers and drug dealers. Oh, hold on a second. Uh, hold on, hold on. My bad, people. Let me have my, okay, here we go.
Yeah, shout out to my dogs.
All
Free
right.
Big Sinner.
Can you hear the music?
Yes, sir. Hardcore shit. I
Okay.
was raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers. Raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers. Brought up in the lower class, used to going nowhere fast. Raised on the streets where we see these street soldiers blast. That's the place that we live in. Most of my boys are either dead or in prison. It's like we're living in insanity. Me nowadays, I'm living for my family. Yeah, the streets are full of chaos, so people don't want out, they would rather stay lost. Is this our legacy? No baby daddy and teenage pregnancy? We're surrounded by death. Mama won't cook food, but she's cooking meth. Yep, we're over medicated. Drugs keep us dumb, all numb and sedated. So the pushers push grams. Me, I push for change, that's the way that I am. I was raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers. Raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers. Damn, life with restrictions. Can't get a job cause of felony convictions. Is there a method to this madness? Is there a way for us to cure all the sadness? Mother's still grieving, your boy in your arms, and he's just barely breathing. You see, I think about his kids. Why should they pay for the things that he did? Fuck, this ain't imaginary. Pour a little liquor for the homies that got buried. So when it's all said and done, you live by the gun and you'll die by the gun. But I was born a stallion, raised to be a general and lead a rebellion. Are you with me or against me? I guess I'll have an answer when that beer bottle's empty. I was raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers. Raised on these streets by these killers and drug dealers. By these killers and drug dealers.
That's the homie Javier. Incredible Javier. That's hard,
yes,
right?
sir. Homie Spectre Beats on the track right there. So this is my boy from YA.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, Queen Jean said fire, fire. And
appreciate that.
Spectre Beat said party line is cracking. I know you was talking about the party line the other day, so shout out to the party line, man. Party line is cracking.
Yes, sir.
Corey said, what up? Everybody showing love. Polo said, congrats, Javier. Stay grinding, homie. Thumper, what up?
Appreciate that. Much love.
Yeah. Let me see. What's the other one we got? We got another product of the slums. We want to take you back to another classic right here. Hey, so Javi, so what was the previous, like these songs updated and elevated? Tell us about that. Was that a mixtape? Was that a project? Tell us about all of that.
It was a project I did. Half of it was produced by my boy Did Respect. The other half was produced by me, and it was just a lot that I felt that I needed to touch on. So I did a lot of reworked a lot of tracks and put them together so that they sound a little bit more modern.
Right. And what made you get into producing, homie? And how did you start producing and dope as
Shit, that
well?
that shit was just because I fucking like when you're a rapper, right? Especially an underground rapper, you don't have much of a budget, and when you try to come at cats like, hey, like you have to invest, right? Like you can't ask for freebies. So
Right.
I really didn't. I have 4 kids. You know what I mean? And I've always like ever since I started rapping. When I got a YA, like I had a kids soon after I got a YA. Within a year, I already had a kid. Right. So a lot of I didn't have money to just like throw away, or I shouldn't say throw away, but like to be putting towards music like that. I had kids to take care of, diapers, all that shit. That shit's expensive. So I just started looking at like when people would give me beats. Sometimes they'd give me fire. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be like, "Damn, that shit's tight." But other times they'd give me what just they weren't working on. And I was just like, damn, like
Right.
fuck,
Right.
I want some
Right.
top choice shit, but I don't got top choice
Right.
money. So I was like, well, let
Right.
me look at what they're doing. And I started having them, hey, lace me up, dog. What are you doing? And they would lace me up, and I just started picking up on it.
Wow. That's what's up. That's dope, bro. That's dope. The homie Thumper said his Javier work at a toy store.
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
guess
trip
all of
out
the
on that, but nah, it's
tell,
just my bad. I'll say,
tell the story about that because I heard you tell it, but tell the story.
yeah. So no, when I was a kid, I would fake the funk like I don't want name brand toys. You know what I mean? I would just be like, I don't want that shit. I don't want no GI Joes. I don't want the He Man, especially with a Skeletor. Like that was the shit. I always wanted a Skeletor fucking figure, but we didn't have the money for that shit. That's like
Right.
40, 50 fucking bucks. You know what I mean? So I was just like, whatever. Like I don't want that shit anyways. But when I got older and I had money to buy shit, then I was like, hell yeah, I want that. So I think the first thing I got was either the Scarface, the Rocky, or the fucking Walter White. I can't remember what it was, but when I had the money, I was just
Wow.
like, you know what? I'm gonna go for it now. Like this is my shit, and it's part of my
Right.
personality. This is all shit that I like from the movies, the TV shows, the Batman and his villains. Just this is all shit. The rappers. This is all shit that I like.
Hey, Cricket, I heard you say that I was listening to you like the collection. Sometimes we can't really see it all, but I heard you say you had the Scarface. You said you had the Ice Cube and the 6'4" and Easy. Like, let me see that. Do you have the Cube or the Easy one? I
Yeah,
think I
this
see
this is a
Scarface.
cube right here. So it's a
Oh,
cube
okay, okay,
and
that's
the
dope.
Impala, and this is
Good day.
Easy in the middle
Yeah.
of Easy's in the middle of Biggie and Tupac. So that's
Okay,
like the
okay,
West
okay.
Coast rappers right here. Not well, Biggie's not
Right,
West Coast, but he's more gangster rap. On the bottom right
right.
here, I got Run DMC, Rick
Oh shit.
James. Rick James fucked with
Wow.
hip hop, and then
Right.
James Brown, because James Brown in the '90s and '80s was sampled like a
Yeah. That's
motherfucker. So I had to put him right there. You know what I
that's
mean?
the most.
And then
Right,
up
right.
front right here,
That's dope. That's
I got TLC and Aaliyah. Rest in peace, Left Eye. Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
wow.
In the front right there.
Wow, that's dope. One day, bro, you gotta like on one of your lives, you gotta really pull up close so we can see because I never could, we see them all, but you can't see. So like that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's dope.
yeah, for
That's a
sure. Yeah,
collection, bro.
yeah. Next time I go live, I'll probably end up doing that just real quick. Do a quick shot of everything. Maybe even take a picture.
Right.
Throw it up there.
And I need my hit up on the wall, homie. You supposed to hit me up there somewhere, homie.
Oh yeah, yeah. Got you, dog.
I'm
For
fucking
sure. I
with
got
you,
the
bro.
marker right
But
here. Nah, for sure though.
okay.
Let me see. I'll do it right
Hey,
now. Hold on,
homie hits
real
up
quick.
dope too. You
I just
you
don't want to fuck up
you
this
a dope
headset. Hold on,
brother.
real quick.
It's all good. Shout out to my boy Javi, man. I get the exclusive hit up right there. There it is.
There we go.
Thank you, my boy.
You know we do,
Exclusive right
dog.
there. Exclusive. That's
Yes,
my boy
sir.
Javi. Hey Javier, so what is the I see like when your rap name, you just go by Javier, right? Or you have a
Yeah,
special
I tried a few different names. Originally I was Cricket Nasty. That was kind of like the vulgar fucking over the top one that I had. You know what I mean? Like I was doing a lot of crazy shit with that because that was my YA name, Cricket Nasty.
right.
You know what I mean? So
Okay,
so
okay.
that ended up being my rap name. I ended up changing that to Mashika Aslan. That was my more political type name. I would
Right.
do a lot of shit talking about, like Yemen and the wars overseas and just military conflicts and drugs and shit like that. So did a lot of
Right.
that under that name. But Javier Raygoza is just basically it's me. That's me. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna talk about anything that I want to touch on. And this new album that we're gonna play in a little bit is just about my growth, my perspective. You know what I mean? So I think that's the one that most matches the name I have right now, the name I'm using.
Sure.
Funny thing is, I
Sure.
never even
And
liked my name growing up.
Javier. Hey, but
Yeah,
hey, that's
nah.
you though, bro. So I'm glad you
Yeah, it
embraced
is.
it,
It
and
is.
like
Yeah.
you said,
I,
your name. That's what you push, bro. It's funny how it comes around. I never liked my name either, bro. So you're not alone. But um, one more thing I want to ask you, bro. Like again, I don't know if I'm digging deep with this because I always just big you up on just your intellect and positivity, bro. But how, like again, does someone like Javier coming from El Monte Flores, gangbang background, YA, pops, mom, all of that. I mean, where does it where do you have time to build your intellect, homie? And like anybody that knows you can see is something deeper than the surface than just cricket. You know what I mean? So when did you have time, or when did you um build that intellect, or educate, or just whatever period that's in you that comes out that we see that
I
makes you incredible, Javier?
appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. I think I've always been naturally curious. I've always wondered why, and
Right,
a lot of as soon as I had the opportunity to really ask that question and look for the answers, the power of the internet, right? So it's like as soon as I had the opportunity to look for those answers, I started looking into them and I started wanting to know exactly what was going on. And it's crazy because when I got to YA, we had the U.S. had just invaded Afghanistan and was going into Iraq. And at the time, they were saying like the Taliban was
okay,
responsible for 9/11. That's what they said. And then they kind of, but I wondered, why are we going into Iraq though? Like, what's going on there, right? So that really was the beginning of me questioning, reading, and finding things out. And that really, I started questioning a lot of stuff and just started looking into everything. So whatever I could look into, whether it be why are we doing this? Why did gangs do this? Where did gangs originate? Why are people locked up so much? I started looking into all of that. You know what I mean? Like I'm just naturally curious. So just started looking into whatever I questioned.
right. And did that ever like say for instance like you obviously it didn't, you know what I mean? Your own man, but did it ever like okay, did you ever feel like okay, maybe I'm not like because you have a name, you have a reputation, you're around all the homeboys. When you're doing things like this, did the homies look at you different, or did you question anything, or did you just see your inner self coming out like things you wanted to explore and things beyond just gang banging shit or whatever, especially when you're in it?
Uh, yeah, yeah. No, at when I was a kid, I was pretty much I just took to the streets. That's all I wanted to know. There were times when I would listen to music that was different than what other people listened to, but that was probably about it,
Right,
right? When it came to any kind of social economic issues, I didn't care. I was like, whatever, man. Like it is what it is. But as I got older, most of the homies always been supportive. The only thing that was kind of difficult at first is there weren't a lot of people who were asking the same questions to me, or a lot of people that I could speak to about a lot of the stuff that I learned. So that was the
right,
only thing that made it difficult because I would try. I remember I spit a rap for one of my homies from back in the days and shit. He's like, "Dog, that sounds like a fucking an essay, like a essay. Like, where's that gangster shit at?"
right,
And I was just like, "Damn."
right,
So, but yeah. So that was kind of like, "Damn, man." And people would tell me too, like, "Dog, like, hit that G shit, fool. That's what we want to hear." Because I had put out some gangster tracks, put out about 3 or 4 gangs, like really gang banging tracks, but I was like, man, I was growing as an artist. I wanted to do something else. And people were like, it wasn't what they wanted to hear at the time.
right, right. That's why I asked you that because I'm sure you got that. And that comes with every great artist, bro. Your greatest artists were different. Tupac. He was. When Tupac started, he was kicking other shit, bro. But he I
Yeah.
guess he had to come with the gangster shit. But still, his greatest music is the stuff that's not really considered gangster. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So beautiful thing, bro.
Brenda's
But
got a
enough
baby.
of that.
Keep your head up. Yes,
Gotta
sir.
go. Exactly what favorites to this day. From Tupac, and that was like his first stuff. And some of my and Me Against the World, was like one of my favorite albums. But we
Yeah.
have All Eyes, Death Row stuff, but before that, he was just great, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
definitely. Yeah.
let's get into this right here. Product of the slums, the homie Incredible Javier.
A shout out to homie
Um,
Deal to Respect. He produced this one.
shout, yeah. Shout out to the homie, man. Dope producer. Let's go.
Deal to respect.
A product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done. A product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done. I guess growing up I never understood that there was life way beyond the hood. Gotta be more than just cooking dope. It's very hard to dream when you don't got no hope. Raised in a home with domestic assaults. A violent adolescent was the end result. I was too scared to express myself. The drugs and the violence were a cry for help. Living in poverty comfortably. Strapped up like who wanna come for me? Vengeance for my boys that have passed away. Load up the car, can't procrastinate. I think about his mom, yeah, his son just died. Nothing we do will ever dry her eyes. Our retaliation won't bring her back. Revenge is for us, and that's a fact. A product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done. A product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done. Sell myself short for some revenue. Judges ain't impressed when they sentence you. Living foul in a cell in those prison yards. Embracing a life that'll give me scars. Show no love to the enemy. Life's so hard, lost your empathy. Losing your mind is insanity. Slowly losing your humanity. Or drunk in the streets till you pass out. Got that cirrhosis but won't tap out. Smoking that meth till there's nothing left. Came to the point where you lost respect. I guess your best days were yesterday. Take another hit trying to get away. Fed up to the point where you had enough. They wanna make a change but ain't strong enough. I'm product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done. A product of the slums where we hustle for crumbs. They wanna know where I'm from, so I stay with a gun. Cops know the name, so I stay on the run. I gotta represent to the day that I'm done.
Fire,
I appreciate that,
fire.
G.
My boy Javier, the incredible one. Hey man, that's from the updated and elevated. Is that so? Is that I know you just posted a couple on YouTube, but is that a full project? And where can the people go
Yeah,
back and
that's a
that?
full project. You could just put Javier Raygoza. You'll see updated and elevated. That on Spotify. That's on Apple Music. Anywhere you could stream music, you could stream it there.
There it is. There it is. Incredible Javier. Deal to respect said fire. He said, "Is
That's the
that you
boy right
laughing?"
there. Hey,
Yeah,
yeah. As soon as I heard that beat, he posted that beat online. He was making it right, and I
right,
was like, I had wrote that hook to another song. And I was like,
right,
nah, hell nah. Like, this is where that hook belongs. So I was like, hey, Dill,
right,
let me get that beat for the project, G. And he's like, hell yeah, for sure. So I had the hook first, and then fucking I had spit about something else, like about the history of gangbanging, which I ended up doing on another track. Um, so after that, I just said, fuck it, I'm gonna have to spit. Like, this beat is hardcore. Like, this is a fire ass beat. That's why I had spit about something
right.
else and put that shit together.
That's what's up. Cody Wood TV, what it do, homie? What up? What up? He said it. Yeah, what up? What up? So the history, I want to hear that. Would know the history again. I would love to hear again. I love your introspect and outside of the box stuff that you
Okay.
do, but I would love to like hear some of that Javier G shit too. Some of that like so giving it up. I know you giving it up like the history of gang banging. I'm sure you give it up for your neighborhood. I would love to hear like one of those tracks like that where you like really give it up,
Yeah.
give some history and give it up for the
Well,
neighborhood. That would be dope.
if you want, go ahead and it's called hold on, what is it called? It's called Ever Since. Javier Regoza, Ever Since.
Sense. Okay. Let me see if I can pull that up before we get into the new album. And it's under Javier Raygoza.
Yeah, Ever Since. It's a G Funk. This is a G Funk style track produced by Deal to Respect.
Mm. Oh, you know what I just seen too? Is shit when I pulled you up. It was just stuff I didn't even know that was there. Like with when you were with the body thing with Chloe, you have an
Oh yeah,
outtake
yeah.
where you I guess give her interview. Oh, I didn't never see that, bro. See, wow. Okay. I gotta go back and pull that up later. But it's called what is it called again?
Ever since.
Ever since. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear that. I want to hear this, bro. Let me see. There we go. Okay. We're gonna do this right here. This exclusive right here from Javier. I see my boy Conejo just pulled up. Big Rabbit, what it do, homie?
What up, homeboy? Hey, what up, Javi? How you doing, man?
What's
Hope
up,
you're having a
Conejo?
good
Much
listening.
love, G.
Oh yeah.
My boy
Yeah,
Conejo in
well,
here. Hey, check
shit,
this out.
I'm digging
He
this music, man. I like it. I like it.
I appreciate that, G.
Hey, how long you
check
been
this out. We
working
got
on
another
all this?
exclusive.
Has this been time
Oh,
or?
it's been years, dog. Years since I got out of YA. I tried to do it, and I was terrible at first, like really, really bad. And as time went on, I wanted to stick to it. I wanted to do it. There was a time where I was way better at beats than I was at rapping. If I had that real choppy flow, it took me a while to really get my voice. I hated my voice too.
Oh yeah.
It was my breathing technique. My breathing
Oh
technique
yeah.
was terrible, and so my voice sounded just like I cringe sometimes when people will play my old shit because I have old songs there that I really don't like, and people they'll still bump them. A song called "Come Out Swinging." I love the beat. I love what I'm rapping about. I hate the way I spit it though, and people will be like, "I'm
Hey,
checking out your shit, dog," and I'm like, fuck, like I
hey,
wish I could do that
hey,
shit
you know
over."
what's crazy? Javier, you know what's
Yeah,
crazy? I'm the same way, bro. It's like you like your old shit because you're always your worst own critic, right? So I'm the
yeah,
same way. Like the old shit I don't really like, but then I'll get people like, I love that, like play like whoop whoop, and I'm like, I don't even like that. But you never know what other people like, and it may not be good
yeah,
to
yeah.
you, because you're your worst critic, but people like it. But I'm the same way, bro. Same way. So that's crazy. But check this out, Cornell. We're gonna let me go to this one right here. Uh, throwback to homie Javier. Ever since, let's do it.
My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. Most started for the neighborhood's protection, so they banded together with the best of intentions. Remember back then, towns were split up into sections. Racial segregation, violence and oppression ran rapid, and damn it, these kids couldn't stand it. Cops had the attitude like they on the planet. They could kill a Chicano when they wouldn't think twice. Walk around and you're not white, while you might pay the price. Damn, who could they turn to and voice their concerns to? Can't trust authority after it burns you, when it tries to lynch you, when it tries to pimp you. Look at all the things that my people been through. Operation Wet Back, the greaser rack. On boys looked around like what the fuck are leaders at? But they was dead quiet, and our boys were defiant. 1943, the Zuzu rides. My life ain't the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. In 1942, the cops and their goons arrested 17 kids at the Sleepy Lagoon. They walked around jail with a chip on their shoulder, setting the tone for that early prison culture. Mexican crime wave and media reports. You think they got a fair shake when they went to court? Convicted of murder, false allegations, all of them Chicano, discrimination. But that bias was obvious, so they won their appeal. The damage was done and their fates were sealed. Many were impressed how they conducted themselves. They wrote a code of conduct while living in cells. Upon their release, their status was mythical. Began being embraced by those hoodlums and criminals. As street gang culture was beginning to spread, those that tried to kill it made it popular instead, yeah. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed and they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map, but little did we know we were falling for the trap. Out goes the protection, in comes the narcotics. Started building reputations by the psychotic. A lot of things changed in the 80s and 90s. Traded in the zoot suits for bald heads and Nikes. Controlling the streets with their heavy artillery. Dope money is the power in correctional facilities. Addiction is a bitch, see these cats get high. Rack up a deck and start dropping like flies. But that's their choice, started using a needle. Then became a victim of their own people. But they should have known better, should have kept their nose clean. I can't expose too much, if you know what I mean. Shit, will it ever stop? What could fix the situation? I could tell you what won't. Mass incarceration. Gang banging these days, it's extremely cold-hearted. Shit's way different from when it first started, yeah. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed. Then they took my fingerprints. All we try to do is put the hood up on the map. But little did we know we were falling for the trap. My life ain't been the same ever since I was handcuffed. Then they took my fingerprints.
Yeah, that's hard.
All we try to do
Didi
is
said that's
put
hard.
on the map. But little did we know we were falling for the trap.
Hey, that's hard right there. That's
Appreciate
hard
that,
right
yeah.
there, my boy.
Yeah, I want to
Ooh-wee,
spit
tell
some
me the story.
some G shit to like a G funk beat. You know what I mean? But I wanted to do something different.
Right. Right. And you did, man. It's like you really told a story right
Hell
there. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
I like the
That's
sound
what
of that.
I love about real MCs and just real stuff when you could paint a picture, bro, and tell a story. You could bring the people in and you know what I mean? They could feel it, homie. So that was dope, bro. That was dope,
Appreciate that.
Javier. You got a man. The homie been like he been holding that shit like under the rug, right? The homie's dope, huh, Conejo?
Oh
The
yeah,
homie's
hell
hard,
yeah, the
bro.
homie's down. I like that.
Yeah, you gotta stop fucking around, Javier. You got to bring
And
this shit out, my
you've been
boy.
working on this for years. You know what I mean? Like these stories, these little sounds you got going on. I like that. I like that.
Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, luckily,
It's
you know,
crazy how you were saying that. How you had to work on that because I knew some vatos that when they would start rapping, they used to try to bust their flow out in one verse. You know what I
mhm.
mean? And it says sound correct. I was like, hey man, if you break that up, it'll sound better. You know, like breathe every once in a while. That breathing
Yeah.
technique does help.
Yeah, and then one of my favorite rappers has always been Slick Rick. I like the way like he hardly will
Oh
bust it all the
yeah.
way through. You know what I mean? He cuts that shit like a motherfucker, and then he'll throw in different voices and different ways to do it, and he makes incredible sounds with the way he does his shit.
And a
Hey,
great
Javi,
storyteller.
which of Slick Rick's songs was the one that you would say is the best for you?
Ooh, that's hard to say, dog. I like a lot of his shit. Children's Story is real fucking dope, but Lottie Dottie's dope as fuck too. The show, man, that shit gets me pumped up to this day.
Yeah.
Also his newest shit, that Slick Rick and Nas, Slick Rick and
Yeah,
Nas
yeah.
gonna give it to you. That shit is fucking tight. Behind Bars, I love that shit.
All right.
But I'd
Warren
have to
G.
say,
Warren G.
yeah, hell yeah, I love that shit. I'll listen to that shit today, as a matter of fact. Um, but for me, it would have to probably be like old school. Yeah, I'm biased because I'm an old school cat, you know what I mean? So it would have to be the
Yeah.
show. I just love that shit, man.
Okay. Okay. That's I can see that. You know, I mean, I'm an old school cat, so I understand those old school sounds. So like that's why I can hear that the beats you got going on takes me back to that early '90s, mid '90s sound, and I like that. I
Yeah.
mean, to me, that sound, I like that. You
Yeah,
know?
I try not to rely too heavily on that, but I did want to do that for a few tracks because I was like, I'm from the West Coast, you know what I mean? So it's like I have to represent. There's no way I can drop an album. I don't think I did too many on the new album, but on that album, like Updated and Elevated, I had to do a few of them. So I did do a couple of them where there were West Coast tracks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I love about you, Javier, man, is what I learn more and more. What up, who is that? What up, homie? Who is that? One of your sons?
That be that nephew right there, Ezekiel.
Much love, Ezekiel.
What up, nephew? What up, Mio? Hey, I love though is Javier your history, homie, on hip hop and so many things that just people may not think you don't know. You know what I mean? Is incredible. You know what I mean? And because I asked you about who's your influences and things, and your knowledge of hip hop and great MCs and different things. You know what I mean? That always I like that as well about you, my boy. your intellect with the hip hop as well, man. And some of the people you like, it was like some of the same people I like. Some of the great albums, great artists. So
Yeah.
that was
Oh,
that was that
not
was
to
that
not
was
to cut you off,
that was
G,
big.
but the
Go ahead.
movies I have been checking out your movie reviews and all that, and your take on
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that too. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's
yeah,
it gets deep, and I like that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, when I get
I mean, I
fascinated
think
with things
sometimes
like
some of those movies that you put out there, I didn't think people thought the way I thought on those movies. Like, wow, this is crazy.
yeah, yeah. When I get fascinated with stuff, I really get fascinated. Like, man, that's tight. I want to know more about it. You know what I mean? And so for me, my first love is hip hop. I've always loved hip hop. So like I studied that shit.
yeah. Yeah, that's what's up, man. I peep that because this like I said, the people you look up to or whatever or respect, the same as I do as well. So that's much respect. You know what I mean? And then your flow, homie, and you know, yes, it's just respect, bro. So with
I
that being
appreciate that,
said,
B.
homie, and like the homie said, the movies too, bro. Yeah, you took me back on some of those movies too that you reviewed, like Bad Boys, the original Bad Boys with the homies Sean Penn and all of those movies,
Yeah, I
classics.
grew up on that shit.
Yeah, yeah. And one more thing I want to touch on, like even today, like the homie had a great I don't know if it was live or pre-recorded with you and the homie Gil, American Cholo.
Oh yeah, that was
That was
pre-recorded.
yeah, that was great dialogue though, what you guys talked about. And I'm glad you got the one-on-one with Gil because I love Gil and like you said, Gil was breaking grounds too, doing big things. Um, but sometimes Gil, I think with Gil, I'm glad that you guys could have the dialogue because he was able to break it down. But sometimes, he, sometimes you may think Gil is a little biased on what he speaks on, but it's not really that. It's just maybe how he comes across. But you were able, like, say you're there, like, to speak on like what Gil was talking about, how like this newer generation of rap, and it's not only Chicanos, it's blacks as well that do a lot of weird shit that we just don't agree about, but we can agree that it's not just an influence of hip hop, but it's just more an influence of this younger generation and how they get on. Because, like you said, we all grew up on hip hop, and cats like you or whoever grew up in hip hop 20, 30 years ago, and they weren't doing the things that these cats do now. It's just this generation, opposed to just
Yeah.
saying this, you know what I mean? So I'm glad we can break that stuff down because sometimes it may get overlooked how Gil perceives things, but I know Gil, he means it coming from a great place. It's just maybe how it may be perceived because he's just a straight up guy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
that
Straight
dialogue. That's what
shooter.
I say. I love that dialogue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out
That's
to
one thing I always try to do is I always think about different. Yeah, shout out to Gil. Much love to Gil. But I always try to look at it and how I don't know. I'm very conscious of like how it sounds when it comes out, right? And for me, it's
right,
like
right,
even if you notice, I said I even corrected myself in the beginning when I said I think it's more like modern hip hop culture, but I even went back on that. It said, nah, I can't even say that because there's underground hip hop that
right,
ain't pushing that shit. So it's like more like
right,
mainstream
right.
modern hip hop shit. You know what I mean? So like even
Exactly.
then, like I
Yep.
always try to take a deeper look at it because I don't want to paint like one thing or one group with just a broad
Right.
brush.
Right. Because that's what I'm trying to say. Because it's not about just hip hop. Because we all grew up hip hop and things changed and all that, but people still had their get down, how they got out. It's just a different way how these youngsters do it these days. And it ain't only Chicano, it's blacks. Everybody is like on some. If you're come from the generation we did, you would consider that shit a little bit different. And I'm not going to
Yeah,
disrespect those guys, but it's just different
yeah.
all around what they do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
and
it's not just
there's even cats too
yeah,
that are new that aren't out there like that. Like you have Kendrick Lamar, you have fucking J Cole, you have
yeah.
what's homie's name? Fuck, I forgot his name. The one that did Will. I'm feeling like Will. Like that shit is
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Jordan Lucas. Jordan Lucas
Jordan
is a
Lucas.
fucking
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
So you have cats that
yeah.
really spit that aren't on that other shit, but it's just that other shit
Right.
is what gets played.
Yeah, that's the mainstream.
Yeah.
And we've always had a mainstream. Like even when we came up, we had stuff we loved, but you had a mainstream that pushed other shit out that we didn't agree about. But it's just more so now, all the way out there, and just another thing that people, the youngsters, do is like everyone sounds the same. I just don't.
Mm.
That's the thing we just didn't agree upon. Hip hop was like everybody. That's what made hip hop. You were different. You know what I mean? we knew who you wanted to be different than everyone. Now it's just everyone sounds the same. So that's just
Yeah, nobody sounded like Rakim. No one sounded like KRS-One. Nobody sounded like Ice Cube. Like they sounded
right
like themselves.
themselves, and that's what's made you like them because you can get this from that person, individual artist, and you love that. Now everyone's just the same, but that's what they push. So, enough of that though. I'm not gonna shout out to all the youngsters because a lot of money being made. Hip hop is the number one genre. So, no,
Yeah,
no
they
disrespect to
pushed
the
that
young.
shit to the mainstream like a motherfucker. So that's what's up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's up. Hey, but check this out. We're gonna get into to the new shit, right? The new album,
Yes, sir.
unreleased, is not released yet. You know what I mean? Do we have any plans to release? When is the release date? Do we have any? What's it looking
I'm
like for
thinking
this album?
I'm hoping July it'll be ready to go July 28th. Very important day in my life. That's the day before my birthday. That was the day that really had an impact on me. That's the day my grandmother passed away when I was in YTS. That was the day that my show of the Khloe Kardashian episode I did aired
Right.
originally. So it's like, I think that'll be a good date to push it out there. Evolutionary Anachronism is the name of the album.
Ooh, we deep already. You heard it. And that's my brother's birthday as well. You said the 28th, 29th, July?
29th, my birthday's July 29th.
Wow. My brother's birthday is the same day, and my other younger brother's birthday is the day after that. So wow. That's what's up, man. Yeah. But let's get into it. The name of the album one more time, Javier, before we start it off.
Yes, sir. Evolutionary Anachronism.
Yeah, there it is. Let's go.
I'm amazed that things turned out like this. I used to doubt that I'd ever find happiness. Life was cold, and warmth seemed only temporary. Becoming colder seemed like it was necessary. My priorities changed. I found out what's important. I fought to keep that, and that changed my fortune. Now I'm sitting here. Life is looking perfect. All the scars and pain seem like it was worth it, because I appreciate everything I have. What's most important, being a husband and a dad. I watch my babies grow with a smile on my face. What I thought was weak is now what I embrace. The love, the joy, the calm, the stability, the compassion, the tears, and the humility. I'm grateful I'm here. The hard times didn't last. Made me who I am, motivated by my past. Looking forward to the future. The present is a miracle. See the fruits of my labor, seeds that took years to grow. Then I realized these days are limited, just a moment of time. I understand the gift it is, because it won't last forever. Nothing ever does. I make the best of it, admire those I love. I start to think if it ended all today, I'd be happy how it turned out. I would be okay, but that's not how it works. There's more pain for me to feel, more losses in the future, more things to be revealed, and I'm fine with that, because the journey's never easy. Yes, I'm fine with that. The journey is never easy.
Incredible, Javier.
I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come up sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine, I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come up sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine. If you're looking for success, then you're looking for commitment. You're looking for that one thing that makes your ass different. You're looking for a way to put yourself in a position where every time you speak, you make people want to listen. Ambition, humility, mixed with ability. Sacrifice is necessary, gotta do it willingly. Yeah, left the streets, but understand I'm still a G. Looking toward the future, explore possibilities. Headaches, mistakes, how much more could you take? You get to a point, you feel like you might break. You know deep inside that there's something there that's great. Gotta stay on course and your destiny awaits. I'm glad it ain't easy, I'll take the adversity. Motivated by the doubts and uncertainty. On a come up, a new sense of urgency. I got a plan and it's working out perfectly. I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come up sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine. I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come with sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine. Y'all there were times when I thought I was done. Fight or flight, baby, never been one to run. Yeah, I've overcome, but I got more challenges. Used to scheme and plot with the devious callousness. Develop this mentality, a warrior spirit. Face a new reality when others would fear it. Fuck trying to make a dollar without trying to make an impact. Ain't afraid to fail, cause I learned from other mishaps. Grew from other missteps, kept my ego in check. Always stay prepared, I understand how shit gets. Ready for the battle, could never be dismantled. Emotional baggage, used to hold me down like shackles. Shout out to my dogs that I've learned from their lessons. Stable family men, but we're some street legends. You should never question a warrior's heart. Enjoy that shine more when you came out the dark. I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come with sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine, I'ma shine like that California sunshine. On my grind, so I gotta come with sometime. Getting mine, making moves, time to unwind. In that California sunshine.
Banger, banger.
I appreciate that, G.
So that's one of my favorites right there. California Sunshine. Man, tell us about what was behind this song right here.
Definitely. So, California Sunshine is just like I like when I say I often say it that when I step outside in the morning, right? I always feel like the
Right.
sun is shining on me. Like I do, right? I understand that I got homies that are gonna be in the joint for the rest of their lives. Unfortunately, I have homies that have passed away at young ages. So when the sun shines on me, I really feel like the sun is shining on me. And I'm from California, you know what I mean? So it shines bright out here. So I'm like,
That's
man,
right.
that California sunshine.
That's right. That's what's up.
Yeah. But with that, I
Dope,
also
dope,
wanted,
dope.
I wanted to talk about like how you have to be willing to grind. Like it's not just like I'm out here hustling. Nah, it's you gotta want it. You gotta see something in yourself. You gotta do something that's different. So that's why I kind of threw those lyrics out there where it's like the sunshine ain't easy.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because like look, you may have people from other places wherever around the world, you're on the internet now, and that have misconceptions or just hear what they hear or think what they think or whatever. So like you said, that's a great way to put that. And there's a lot that comes behind that sunshine. 'Cause like you say, a lot of people just look at the sunshine and the trees, palm trees and all that and say, wow, but obviously people have seen that it's a lot more behind that because California is a boy. It looks good and it's beautiful, but under those palm trees and bright lights, it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on, man.
It's what you take for
I
granted in
feel
life.
that.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. 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 Real talk. Real talk. What up, Conejo? You got any questions for the homie before we continue?
No, well, yeah, I do, but I know I was thinking about that song, and I keep staring at his Funko collection got going on there now.
Yeah, we talked about that. That shit is
You've been
dope,
working on that,
and you
haven't
can't
you?
even see everybody. He has some dope people over there, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nah,
Hey,
yeah.
check it out.
I just
I don't know.
I released them
I was
out.
thinking about you the other day when I was going to the store, and I seen the Easy E Funko guy. I
Yeah.
don't know if you have that or not.
Yeah, he's right here.
That's what I thought. I was like, damn, is that easy? No, I was working on it.
Like I
So
said, you can't see
Yeah.
it. Good.
yeah,
Yeah,
hell yeah. Like I
I
said, like I told you one day, I was telling you, up here, Funko's right around the corner from where I used to live at. So all the new shit comes out. It's like available real quick around here.
Yeah, Trip out. I knew Easy E Funko was coming out maybe a year before. He was supposed to be released at the London Toy Fair, right? And
Yeah.
because of COVID, it never happened. And I remember walking into a store one day, a Funko store, and I was like, "You guys got the Easy E Funko?" Like hoping that it'd be there. And my motherfucking almost had a heart attack. The kid was like, "Who's Easy E?" I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" But now now they have it. So now it's all over the
wow,
place.
right. That's dope. That's dope.
What do you mean you don't know who Easy is? You're like, oh
Yeah,
man,
I don't want to
you're
turn all grandpa on him, but I felt like it. Like, damn, man, like, dog, you know what Easy E is?
Right, right. Hey, Javi, I wanted before we, what up, Natural Law? What up, homie? Is there a Tupac Funko? I'm sure it
Yes,
is.
sir.
Oh, he has it. Okay. Look, see there?
I got
Yeah,
Tupac,
there it is.
Easy, Biggie, and Ice Cube.
Wow, that's just dope. I didn't even see the Tupac one. That's dope right there. The homie got it right there. Hey, Javier, I want to ask you,
Damn.
being that yeah, that's dope, huh? Shit is taking off. You're doing your thing, bro. My
And,
thing is, I'm seeing you. Oh, go ahead, Canal. Oh, I thought Canal said something. And I'm
no, go
seeing
ahead. Go
you
ahead. Go ahead.
expanding. You've been big people right now, man. Javi, and what I respect too, even that you're making the interviews happen. You know, we know the COVID is going on and all this shit, and it's clearing up now. But you're going out of your way to make these interviews happen. The homies come to your spot right there. Like, how has that been for you, man? Getting the respect from your counterparts and people I'm sure you look up to or just respect as well, man.
Oh, it's dope, man. It's really dope because, like I said, like I'm kind of the my channel's been around for a while now, a little over a year, maybe about a year and a half. But I'm kind of like the new kid on the block. You know what I mean? And just for everybody to embrace me and show love, it means a lot because there's channels that I was watching and I was like, man, I love what they do. You know what I mean? Like, well, you reached out to me. I said, right, I appreciate that. American Cholo. When I reached out to Lucky Sun Zoo, he was willing to jump on. Sunny, and it's just like I'm reaching out to these cats, and you guys are all embracing me. And not only that, but you're guys spitting knowledge too at the same time behind the scenes. You know what I mean? And that's some shit that I really appreciate.
Yeah. But you got to know, I mean, Javier, at the same time, it's reciprocal, meaning that these same guys, just like me, I'm sure see the same thing in you, to is where new kid or not, whatever, like, homie, we see the, you know what I mean? Just what you're doing, bro, and the impact. Like, I foresee you, I see you're slowly growing and growing and growing. Like, every time I check out your lives and everything, when I catch them, man, the interaction, people are down with you. I foresee you within the next year, bro. Leading the pack, bro, and this thing here, be just because your channel is organic. I mean, it's just real. You come across as like no extras, and you're not trying to do anything. We know your background. We know who you are. You don't push none of that extra. You just come off as a good guy, and everything's natural, bro. You know what I mean? So I
I
think the
appreciate
people
that, G.
the people respect that, bro. You know what I mean, and really gravitate to you just because of that. Then on top of that, you're just a good guy, family guy, everything. You, almost like a real role model, even for the not only us but the younger people or whoever that watches you and don't know you like that. You know what I mean? You're setting a good example, and I see you, homie, within the next year, just really being real big. And I'm just glad to, be able to break bread with you and kick it with you and everything, man, because I really foresee you doing big things out here.
I
You know what I
appreciate
mean?
that, my boy. I appreciate that.
I'll be glad that when I see it happen, I can say I knew that. You know what I mean? Because I really see it, bro. No extras on it. That's real shit. You know what I mean? So
Well,
much respect.
I always much respect to you guys. Much respect to G-Lew, Conejo. You guys are always showing love, and I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, yeah, real shit. Well, let's get
Yeah, we
back into the
appreciate that.
music.
Hey, and that's
Oh,
that's the
go ahead,
truth
King.
because can you hear me?
Yeah,
I was gonna say that is the truth because
Yeah, I can
I
hear you.
sit
Go
there
ahead.
and I started watching too when you started beginning it of your shows, and I've seen it to the point now. It's like holy, I can't. I mean, I'm a busy dude, and I can't even keep up sometimes. Like, man, this is a new episode. I want to check this out, and it's every not every episode that you have out, every interview you have is like, man, I want to check this out just to see what's going on and see part of their life. Everything
yeah.
you guys talk about has been interesting, and it's real. And that is the truth.
I
It's
appreciate that.
it's what people really need to hear and know what's going on in the world. You know.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate it. I just have to give it up to the guests too, because they come on, they're willing to tell their story, they're willing to be open about it. And I always ask at the beginning, I don't know, I'll put it out there. Fuck it. I always ask everybody before they jump on, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? Right? And most of the time I hear, dog, I trust you. You know what I mean? And I'm like, man, that feels good because I'm never trying to do anyone dirty. I'm not trying to make any controversy off of anything. It's like I want to just spit it how it is.
The homie told me the same shit. Like I remember just because you said that, I remember before we started interviews, like, hey, anything. I said, nah, homie, I trust you. I said the same thing, bro, because it's like real shit, and you make the people feel comfortable, bro. You know what I mean? So it's
Yep.
just respect on both ends, and just salute, homie. And I see you within this year, homie, really taking off, Javier. I really see it, homie. And
I appreciate that, G.
I really see that, bro. So congratulations in advance. We talked about 5K, all that. It's gonna be real bigger. And then your numbers don't even reflect like you got 5K, but shit, some of your big shows, you got thousands and thousands of likes and views and so man, that 5K don't even really reflect what's really going on over there. So people tap in on my homie Javier. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button
Most
now.
definitely. Go check that out.
Appreciate
Get off.
that. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Let's get back to this music, my boy. Back to the album again. The name of the album, Javier.
Evolutionary Anachronism.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Hey, Javi, and if people want to check it out, where can they find this music at?
You could look up my music, Javier Raygoza, on Apple, Spotify, anywhere it's distributed. This one is a G-Lew after hour show exclusive though. It hasn't came out yet. It won't be coming out until July.
All right.
There it is.
Been a long ass road, a long ass journey. It feels like that sometimes, but other times it feels like it was just yesterday. It's for all my people that never had the chance to see what life is, never had the chance to appreciate that shit. I look back and it's longer than it seems. Yeah, this is for my folks that never learned how to dream. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to make their pain disappear. I look back and it's longer than it seems. This is for my folks that never learned how to dream. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to make their pain disappear. My hands are bloodstained from the pain that I caused. I'm flawed, I'm wondering how I ever got so lost. I crossed so many paths, I look back at my past. They say life is a bitch, at times I felt her wrath. I laughed to mask emotions, hoping for more, from broken and poor to rising up, opening doors. I'm focusing more on positive vibes. A dominant guy with prominent ties to the common, the wise. Stay strong in the mind. If I'm in a bind, I'm figuring out a way to win, with or without anyone's help, without any doubt. Believe in myself, I'm taking that route, cause that's what winning's about. I look back and it's longer than it seems. This is for my folks that never learned how to dream. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to make their pain disappear. I look back and it's longer than it seems. This is for my folks that never learned how to dream. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to make their pain disappear. I recovered once mother said there wasn't a chance. I knew in advance I'd overcome my circumstance. I came up with plans so I could progress, but I must confess I'm dealing with stress. But I'm on a quest, I pump out my chest, my head to the sky. I keep my head high with a glare in my eyes. The odds are defied, cause I must rely on my will and my grit. I'm still in this shit, I'll kill it real quick. Ain't no feelings of quit, I'm really legit, I'm really a cheat. The feeling is free, so tell me this, who the fuck is brilliant as me? I came a long way, I went the wrong way. The plans were derailed, expected to fail, correcting my trail. I said I look back, and it's longer than it seems. This is for my folks that never learned how to change. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to.
Homie got bars.
Look back and it's longer than
bars,
this
man.
is for my folks that never learned how to dream. I look back, I can still see their tears. I wish I had a way to make their pain disappear.
Yeah, you got bars, my boy.
I appreciate that, G.
Real shit. Incredible Javier live.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's this. Are we so? When you release the album, can we expect any videos, any visuals, or anything? What do we got? What are the plans?
That's why I pushed it out, because I did want to I wanted to shoot some videos. I wanted to promote it the right way. I think I fucked up on my last album. I thought it was a good album. You know what I mean? But I didn't have the right promotion because the pandemic. I couldn't shoot any videos. I couldn't do anything like that. So on this one, I am hoping that I get the chance to shoot at least a video or two and promote it the right way.
Right. That's what's up. And speaking on the pandemic, homie, and I know as well you've been having more time to do more things as well. You spoke about your situation, all that, and get into all that. But just with say the pandemic, has this given you more time? Because I know when you have more time, like even with your show and everything you're doing, do you appreciate somewhat this time because it made you dig more into what you wanted to do personally opposed to just working and all this? Now you're creating something for yourself, you know what I mean? And all of these things, your music and your channel and everything. Do you appreciate this time that you've had to really dig and put more focus on what you're doing? Because obviously it's been showing.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. It's for me, it's been a time of growth. It's been a time to really explore what I want to do and really go for it. And yeah, it's for me. I'm definitely appreciative of it because I think I was so stuck in what I need to do for work. I need to do this. I need to do that. Right. And a lot of the times my creativity took a back seat. Now I have the chance to have my creativity front and center and on different platforms. You know, my YouTube channel, the podcast, the album now, and hopefully the book soon.
Oh, we see, my boy. And what I love, Javier, what I love about you as well, not to keep this just but really I love to give respect on me when it's due. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna fake and all that. I'm gonna give my homeboys, if I see something, I'm gonna speak on it. So I give you plenty of respect, but just what I love too is how you tackled. That's why I just asked you this question because I see the time you've been using it wisely. You're not, what I mean, you're pushing forward like even Conejo said, you got so much stuff out. I can't keep up either. It's like, wow, you drop this, drop that. You know what I mean? Not only interviews, which you do and you're consistent every week, two a week. Now you're doing your other things. Not only that, then you do your workouts where you walk the tracks, homie, and give motivational words of encouragement. Then now you kicked off the podcast with the homegirl. Now you're talking about the book, and then you do the lives. Then you do the Q&A. You use it really using your time, and then the music, really using the time wisely. I want to ask you, how does because you have to have support as well. You're a family man. You have a beautiful wife who's been down with you since day one and supports everything he does. I know she's probably behind the
Yes,
scenes
sir.
more. Shout out to Rosie. But how does your family even see what you're doing? Do they see the strides? Do they see really what you're doing, or you're just dad, or you just whatever? They just see it, so they don't see it now. But how does your family feel about everything you're doing?
So my kids, they don't really recognize it. I'm just kind of like just that's dad. You know what I mean? Like I try to
Right, right,
talk like they're teenage kids. They ain't trying to chill with me or anything like that. My daughter, the oldest one, she's a little bit more involved where she'll jump on with me if I need help with something. Like we did
right,
her Funko collection, and then when
right,
I wanted my Funko collection, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna need some help. Could you help me with this? She's like, yeah, I got you. So she's more understanding. The boys, they just want they just like to play basketball and clown around, so they don't really think too much about what I
right,
do. Rosie,
right,
my wife, she's all on board. Everything's like I gotta give my thanks to her every time because the lights, everything, like everything that happens is Rosie. You know what I mean? She'll
right,
tell
right.
me you need to do this, you need to do that, and she's probably I'm not gonna lie, she's probably mad right now because of the little crack you see right there with the mirror. She's probably, why did you do that? You should have fixed it. You should have called. She'll probably get on me when I
Right.
get in the house.
I
Like,
didn't
what
even
are you
see that.
doing?
I
But
didn't even notice that. But that's
yeah,
stuff like and again, that's the
yeah,
stuff because she's probably executive producer. She's behind the scenes. She sees everything. So
yeah,
shout out to
and
Rosie, and
everybody, shout out to
that's why
Rosie.
even I made that. Not that I cut you off, but I made that flyer the way I did it as well. I could have. I wanted to do the hobby good pick, but I wanted to showcase your better half and her props as well. So that's why I did
Yes,
that. So
sir.
Yeah,
shout out to your
they they say between behind every great man is a great woman.
Oh
that
yeah,
part.
yeah. She's definitely, and it's crazy. Everybody, like all the subscribers, they know about her. When my internet's fucking up, the camera's fucking up, they're like, "Where's Rosie?" They get
Right,
Rosie, yeah, because they know like technical support. Where's Rosie at? Because they know like I fuck
right.
up sometimes. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, I don't know. I'll just sit here. Rosie will come fix it real quick and do what she has to do, and we'll get back on it. So yeah, it wouldn't be possible at all without Rosie, for real.
Man, that's beautiful, man. Another inspiration to have just the foundation you have, bro. Wife and the kids, the whole family. That's another thing some of us get caught up with early on. Being young and running the streets and all that, and not appreciating what we have. How long did it take, or how did you? Well, I'm sure you came off a bid 4 or 5 years. But how how was that for you as a youngster, homie, to know that I have to secure this and get my family right, I have my queen right here, and do all of that the right way, opposing to somehow some homies have to learn the hard way and maybe took your wife through a whole bunch of bullshit, but it seemed like you didn't, even though I know you're not. You probably had your stuff we don't know about, but how was it for you with that process and learning all that early, bro? Doing it the right way.
Yeah. Early on, it was just like every other guy. I took shit for granted at times, and was just jackass, just a young kid. You know what I mean? And
Right,
Rosie was real patient with me, taught me a lot. Actually, got me to see things differently. Every
right,
step of the way, part of my change, she was like, "Hey, like think about this. What about this? What about this?" And she got me to open my eyes and expand beyond what I could see. Because, like I said, and even going back to the last song we just played, "Never Learned How to Dream." I didn't
right,
know how to dream. Rosie's a dreamer.
right,
Rosie knows how to dream, and she kind of taught me how. Like, hey, don't just be stuck right here. Even when I didn't want to leave the hood. When I moved out, it's like we're doing well. We're doing all right. I'm not caught up in all kinds of shit. I want to stay right
right,
here. Like, why the fuck I need to leave for? And she told me like we have to do something for the kids. I don't want the kids growing up right here because like the temptation is too strong. Like
right,
my dad's from the neighborhood, so that means their grandpa's from the neighborhood. Their great grandpa is from the neighborhood. Like their cousins, everything, right? Their uncles, even my wife on my wife's side, their uncles
right,
are from the neighborhood. So it's like there's
right,
just so much there. My wife is like, they're gonna be too tempted. We need to get them out of here. And I'm glad she did that. She pushed me, and I was like, I don't want to move out. Like, what are you talking about? I'm from Monte. I'll be in Monte till I die. And nah, she was just like, think bigger.
yeah. That's what's up. That's a beautiful thing, homie. And also I want to ask you too, because I meant to ask you this last time. I don't know if I did, but the passing of your pops, like you said, I know you looked up to him and everything. Me the same way, pretty much. And my pops passed away some years ago as well. How did you? Well, I know how. I mean, I don't know, but I'm sure you had to accept it and move forward. But how has that been for you? And moving forward and now as the man you become, just looking back on it, but not having your father here, how does that affect you, good or bad?
At first it was difficult because I had to be strong for everyone else, which kind of sucks, right? Because it's like you don't get to grieve. Everybody else around you's crying, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna stay strong for this person. And I told my boy James, his James the Just, his pops passed away soon after mine did. And I'd say,
Right,
the only time I really had the chance to really break down is in the car by myself or in the shower, right?
right,
And we clown about that shit now, like be a man and cry in the shower. You know what I mean? Because like that's the only time we had the chance to do it, right? So it's
right,
like we had to be strong for everyone else, and so that sucked at first, but it's cool because it gave me the opportunity to really remember him for the good times, because that's what I kept saying. Remember the good times. Remember the good times. I kept telling everybody, yeah, he's gone, but remember what you had with him. And for me, it worked. Like I love the memories I have with my pops. You know what I mean? It does suck that I can't call him anymore. And there were times where, especially when he first passed, I was like, oh, I want to call my dad. I just seen the shit, right? Because I would always do that. If I saw something I thought was funny, I saw something that just really tripped me out, I call it Dizad, you Dizad. And we used to clown about movies and shit like that, right? Like at Scarface, when Al Pacino or Tony Montana meets Hector in the motel room, and he goes, "You
right.
got the money? Sure as I has it, not right here, right now." Like me and my dad used to always say that shit in the car, and we used to just say shit. Or Carlitos way,
Yeah,
there's no beer in here, Kincaid. Sure there is on the bottom. So you have to say that shit on the bottom, on the bottom. So we do like
right.
we would just clown, right? So I do miss a lot of that. I miss a lot of well, my pops, the relationship we had, because that was my boy. Like for real, that was my motherfucking dog right there. And unfortunately, he's not around anymore, but I still have the memories. And I'm grateful for everything he taught me, and I'm grateful for the time that he spent with me.
Right. That's what's up. Rest in peace, your pops, man.
Rest in
And
peace.
then one more thing, because I always hear you speak about, I know you lost a lot of homies. You know what I mean? You're from a big neighborhood, but I know some stick out more than others, and I know you speak about your homie Center a lot. So another thing, like some of maybe your closest homies, like Center and maybe some more. How did that affect you, good or bad? And even moving forward, like maybe trying to not get away from that, but think more positive and do more things. Or did that affect you in that way? Or how did that affect you? Like some
Oh,
of your home.
definitely affected me. First one that really hit me really hard was my boy Drugsy, rest in peace. And when I first got out of YA, he was at my house before I was, waiting for me, right? And
Right.
when I got busted, he had just turned 18. He was homeless, and I didn't know what was gonna happen with him, right? He was lots like he was older than me, but he was smaller than us. You know what I mean? So that's like the homie right there. Like we always wanted to make sure we had his back and shit. When I got out, he was driving a tow truck, right? He drive a tow truck, got his family a pad. He fucking had a Rego, and like he was picking me up, and I kind of seen like, damn, if this motherfucker could, because my boy Drugsy was a fool, you know what I mean? Like I was like, man, if he could change, like maybe I could make it out here. You know what I mean? Maybe I could
Right.
do this. And when he passed away, it definitely hit hard. It hit really hard. I I was reminded of how fragile life is. You know what I mean? And it was crazy because the main like our road dogs were me, Drugsy, and Sinner, little Sinner. And there was a time before I got busted, it was like almost every day. Me, Drugsy, Sinner, and Big Sinner. A little Sinner was my boy that passed away. Now Drugsy passed away. Little Sinner recently passed away last year, and Big Sinner's doing life. So
Wow.
sometimes I look at pictures and I'm like, damn, man, like almost everybody's gone. There was even an event we went to for my boy Drugsy, rest in peace for his he donated his organs. So we went
Wow.
to a donor event, right? And
Right.
it's crazy. I look at the pictures. Sinner's not in the picture. Sinner's there, but in the picture, he passed away. My boy, baby Chucky, passed away. He was in the picture with us, and it's just like the pictures that I see, and when I look at, it's just like we're getting not the neighborhood, but my crowd is getting smaller and smaller. You know what I mean? So it
Right.
really does highlight my appreciation for life because I understand how,
Yeah.
like I said, how fragile it is and how much I had to be grateful for.
Yeah. Yeah. That's real, bro. Man, I know we're getting deep.
You know,
People,
and that's what they say, Javi.
Yeah,
You gotta cherish those good times. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
what a good times. Al Green. Real shit. Real shit. Real shit. Hey, let's get back into this. I know we keep getting, off track. I just want to dig into the homie's mental a little bit when we go in between these songs and just try to see where he was at, or where, that's all. But let's get back to the music uh from the album. Unreleased. It'll be out in July.
Ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to. Ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to. I learned what I didn't want and took it from there. I couldn't sit around crying that life wasn't fair. Shit, I wasn't prepared. Debt and student loans, learned on my own. No mercy when you're grown. No one gives a fuck about wasted potential. Who doesn't have problems, man? Strengthen your mental. Situations turn rough and you turn to that dope. Tears don't pay the rent when your pockets are broke. Better get your ass up, you gotta live with it. I found comfort understanding that to most I'm insignificant. Take nothing personal, people in my circle know who tend to grow from those times that fucking hurt the most. Ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to. Ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to. Started out smoking weed with the crew. After school trying to be a big boy, do what bad boys do. Yeah, it's true, I was influenced negatively. I was aiming to be the biggest name on the street. Homie showing love the best way that they could. Shared what they love the most, told me this is our hood. And I love it to this day, but there's more for me to see. Life is shorter than it seems, quit ignoring all your dreams. You could overcome, you could hide, you could run, but remember it's on you when it's all said and done. Fuck placing blame, place myself in situations where I could excel. There is no hesitation, ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to. Ain't no one gonna save you. No time to be a victim cause these motherfuckers hate you. Ain't no one gonna save you. You been through some shit that they really can't relate to.
Incredible Javier.
Yes, sir.
New album once again. It's coming out in December. Tell them again the name of the album, bro.
Evolutionary Anachronism.
Evolutionary Anachronism. I keep forgetting. That's deep right there. Tell us what's behind that title right there, bro.
So like I forgot what mammal it is, but there's a mammal who is indigenous to North America, right? And it grew up around, or not grew up, but it evolved around the time of saber-toothed tigers and fucking the what is it called? The like giant bears and shit, right? And because it grew up around these vicious ass predators, it had to run fast as fuck. Like it had to outrun them, right? Like it had to outrun a saber-toothed tiger. So that motherfucker had to be able to run. So what ended up happening is because he was able to run so fast, when everything else died off, he was able to continue, and it still exists to this day. And because he grew up under those harsh conditions, right, where he had to constantly like evolve just to keep up, now he's ahead of a lot of predators. Like there's not a predator that can fuck with them right now. Like he's quick, right? So that's evolutionary anachronism. He was able to evolve, and he has no use for his skill anymore, but he still uses it to his advantage. And that's kind of how I looked at it, where I evolved around hardcore motherfuckers, killers, gangsters, right? And
right.
I don't use, like I evolved that way. I don't use it for what it's originally intended for, but I still use that mindset to push myself forward in life, where I'm not backing down. Like if there's a challenge in front of me, I'm gonna face that challenge. I'm not gonna run from it, right? I'm gonna treat it like a G. And that's like, to me, that's evolutionary anachronism. I'm taking the skills that I got to help me evolve as a person from those hard, difficult times, and I'm applying them now. And hopefully that'll lead me to success.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's a great breakdown of that. And that's the name of the album. I just wanted the because that's a deep title, bro. It's like if you hear it, it may go over your head. So I'm glad you could break that down for us, bro.
I appreciate it, G.
Yes, sir. Let's get back into the new album right here. This is another song off the album coming in July. Incredible Javier.
Deal to respect.
My obligation to the streets is all about peace. Fuck beef, can't forget the hood, that's where I cut my teeth.
Waiting for my downfall, get you nowhere. Bounce back, still I rise despite these burdens I bear.
My obligation to the streets is all about peace. Fuck beef, can't forget the hood, that's where I cut my teeth.
Through the drama, through the storm, shit, I'll make it out. Don't clap, don't laugh, shit, don't count me out.
Motherfuckers hate that I ain't broken yet. I've been to hell and back and I ain't broke a sweat. Silly punks thinking they provoke a threat. Rapid Rodneys, they get no respect. If it's all about the money, then I turn it off. I ain't trying to hear it, man, that shit is soft. Spitting bullshit, but your name ain't crop. Said you paid your dues, but you don't know the cost. Wishing on my downfall, want the spots. Why the fuck they wanna witness my demise? Cause I'm nothing like the cats they idolize. So I gotta smile every time I rise. I ain't trying to boast, I just know my worth. If you went through what I went through, you would go berserk. I recognize the scars cause I know it hurts. Gotta keep it pushing, gotta go to work. My obligation to the streets is all about peace. Fuck beef, can't forget the hood, that's where I cut my teeth.
Waiting for my downfall, get you nowhere. Bounce back, still I rise despite these burdens I bear.
My obligation to the streets is all about peace. Fuck beef, can't forget the hood, that's where I cut my teeth.
Through the drama, through the storm, shit, I'll make it out. Don't clap, don't laugh, shit, don't count me out. I'm lost in this wicked land, broken plans, quicksand. My feet deep in, I'm quickly sinking. I'm never mixing, so I'm solo when I'm toxic. Heavy drinking, wake up to the dome, it's like a drop kick. That's how it feels, but I never shot from it. It's been so long, I'm the wrong, I'll probably die from it. I'm seeking change, but I slip, and it's a trip. That all I ever really want is far from my grips. So far from God, so it's lonely and it's scary. No one to console me when these days are nights get weary. Aggression, depression, this alcohol addiction, affection, omission, can't stop myself from slipping. Though my lust for the streets, I gotta take a step back just to get clean. Still waters run deep. They got so much to say they ain't knowing I'm hanging by a thread. So my obligations to my family instead, but I never forget.
Yeah, we can never forget.
Hey Javier, who's that featured on that track?
That's the homegirl, Trustless.
Ooh,
She's the
okay.
first person to ever record me.
Oh, okay, that's dope. She's dope. Shout out to Trustless.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Waiting
Much love
for
to
my
Trustless.
downfall, get you nowhere. Bounce back, still I rise despite these burdens I bear.
My obligation to the streets is all about peace. Fuck beef, can't forget the hood, that's where I cut my teeth.
Through the drama, through the storm, shit, I'll make it out. Don't clap, don't laugh, shit, don't count me out.
Dope right there. Shout out to Trustless. That's dope right there. Um, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Trustless, like I said, she was the first person to record me. And what's crazy is we went to the same junior high, ended up joining different neighborhoods. On the streets, we'd be considered enemies. You know what I mean? But I was like, that's the homegirl, no matter what. You know what I mean? So it's like fucking, we still link, we still chop it up, and I got much love for Trustless.
So shout out to Trustless, man. Let's get into this one right here. Tell them the name of this one, Javier.
Deal to respect.
Let me see. This is man, hold on.
I can't take it.
Stressed out.
Stressed out.
Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts. I can't take it cause I'm stressed out. I'm feeling stranded, feeling left out. Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts. I overread, I can't sleep. Same thoughts as last week. No matter where I go, success always seems to pass me. No one understands me. At times I go from happy to aggravated. Man, I hate a smile for my family. Never feeling satisfied. Always feeling mad aside. Good day or bad day, who gives a fuck? I can't decide. Socially awkward. I'm feeling like I'm not heard. Sometimes when I speak, I end up using all the wrong words. I stress about it. I fucking stress about it. Stress about it. Life is going so fast that I seen them make a mess about it. Bills getting past due. I wish I didn't have to. Wake up every morning, go to work like a damn fool. Fuck these corporations. I had no motivation. When will I get better, man? Cause I have grown impatient. Most likely if you're born poor, you'll fuck around and die poor. Life's a damn scam, what the fuck we even try for? I can't take it cause I'm stressed out. I'm feeling stranded, feeling left out. Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts. I can't take it cause I'm stressed out. I'm feeling stranded, feeling left out. Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts. A world full of madness, I lay on the mattress. Why should I wake up? I blew on my chances. Strangers are rude, bad attitudes. Time to face the world in a bad fucking mood. I wanna take flight, sometimes I wanna fight. It's hard to contain all the rages inside. Fuck epilepsy, it's hard to stay friendly. My daughter having seizures, the shit really gets me. Then I remember the pain ain't unique. Controlling my temper, don't lose it, that's weak. Cause everybody struggles, worlds cause just crumble. Gotta stay strong through the pressures and troubles. I can't take it cause I'm stressed out. I'm feeling stranded, feeling left out. Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts. I can't take it cause I'm stressed out. I'm feeling stranded, feeling left out. Bad thoughts I need to get out. Move quick and forget doubts.
Yes, sir. Incredible, Javier. Yeah. Hey, that's dope right there. Hey, Javier, I want to ask you. I asked you this before, like I think offline, but if you who well, I think you told me who were some of your inspirations in hip hop and all that, but who are some of the, if any, like say even now coming up, and like whoever you like, or even like uh I don't like to even label it shit like, but say Chicano rappers, or whoever that you respect right now, who are making making some noise right now. That even gotta be just recent, or even recently, or whoever that you respect that's doing their
Yeah,
thing.
Definitely. So I always got to show love to the cats that I grew up on and shit. So it's gonna be Sick Jackin of Psycho Realm, and the Mexicans. Capital I Man, Sinful. Like like when they came out, they had a different sound, like different than
Right.
other Chicano rappers out there. So I always
Right.
like, man, that always made me curious, right? Like that's a crazy. That's a trip, man. So yeah. Then right now I'd say I really like King Little G. I think he's dope
Yeah.
as fuck.
Me too.
My boy Trippy G, that's my boy right there. And he's under King Little G's label. He's dope as fuck. A lot of underground cats too. My boy Big Silencer, he's doing his thing. There's let me see who else is out there right now. I know there's a lot that I'm forgetting, but but the main ones I'd say that really kind of newer that impressed me would be like King Little G.
Yeah.
Just because he's like not afraid to be himself. He does
Right.
things that are a little different at times, and he tells the story. And I'm like, man, this motherfucker is dope.
And again, Javier, I don't know, not to be biased or whatever, but you have like the same as me. Like if I'm talking about the newer cats, I always say that too. Like King Lil G, I really respect the homie. I know he's from 18 and all that, but again, we're at a point where even cats like King G, it's not about, he doesn't push it. You respect him
Yeah,
as an artist first before you see anything else. And then just the levels and heights that he's taking it to. Like King Lil G is really doing it big, bro. So that's
yeah,
inspiration as well, just to see the homie doing what he's doing. He's like really doing it big right now.
yeah,
You
yeah. Because
know?
I got like my boys, Godforsaken. I think he's highly underrated and slept on. But like you said, King Little G, I had to put him out there because, like you said, he's doing it.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
really doing it, and he's making like a name worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's being respected. Like you said, stuff like that could, that makes the way for the next guy. You know what I mean? Those are footprints and things he's making, making uh groundbreaking shit he's doing, so
Yes,
shout
sir.
out to OG. OG Steve,
Yes,
what up?
sir.
Thank you, homie. Much love, OG Steve. Shout out to the Bronx, New York.
Much love to the
Shout out
Bronx.
to King Lil G. Yeah, for sure. Let me see. Let's keep it going then, homie. We got this next one right here. Survivor's Guilt, man. Tell us about this one, Javier.
So this one is just like reflecting on the past, and this is like um I'm probably gonna start the album with this one because this one is basically just saying like this is what I've been through, and these are the effects that it had on me, and this is why I'm grateful. At the
Yeah.
same time, there's things I felt guilty about at times, right? And this one's featuring the homie Azteca, my boy Frosty from Grape Street Watts. I
Oh,
interviewed
my
him.
boy. You
Yeah,
interviewed
yeah,
him. Yeah. Dope
yeah.
interview. I respect the Frosty because he comes from that.
Yeah,
He's a lad that not what youngsters would consider older, but he's from that. And then his story afterwards, because I think he had got deported or whatnot, and just
yes,
his
sir.
whole after story, man. Frosty had a great story. Shout out to the homie Frosty, man, from great.
Yeah, much
Watch.
love.
Much love. Let's do it. Incredible Javier, man. Shaggy, what up?
Yo, I'm trying to move forward, I ain't leaving you behind. I'm just walking down the path that I really hope you'll find. This survivor's guilt. It's something
What
that
up,
I
little
deal
monster?
with. This survivor's guilt. It's something that I deal with. Yo, I'm trying to move forward, I ain't leaving you behind. I'm just walking down the path that I really hope you'll find. This survivor's guilt. It's something that I deal with. This survivor's guilt. It's something that I deal with. Wake up in the morning, sun shining through my window. Grateful for another day, I wish it was that simple. I know that I got lucky. Rest in peace, drugsy little sinner in my pops, Squirtle, Quickie, baby Chucky. Lost so many homies, some homies doing life, some homies woke up, those homies doing right. How are we so fortunate? I was out there snorting shit, could've got all day. Strung up like an ornament, stuck inside cell, reminiscing, reading letters, accepting my reality, but wishing it was better. I could have been addicted, burning all my bridges, living under one, sharing dirty ass syringes.
That's right, Conejo.
Yo, I'm trying to move forward, I ain't leaving you behind. I'm just walking down the path that I really hope you'll find. This survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with. This survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with. I remember being strapped up, rolling on the handlebars, a damaged soul, you can see it from the battle scars. Went on TV, premiere party, eating caviar. Had to make a change. All my life I had it hard, I could've got killed. Only leaving memories. Went out like a G. At least paid the penalties. Learned about forgiveness, forgiving myself. Had to learn how to dream. Used to live it without. Used to hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Can't return to the streets, man, cause that never works. But I had to get back because I'm taking so much. That's a part of the success that I've been waiting to touch. Yo, I'm trying to move forward, I ain't leaving you behind. I'm just walking down the path that I really hope you'll find. It's survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with. This survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with. Yo, I'm trying to move forward, I ain't leaving you behind. I'm just walking down the path that I really hope you'll find. This survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with. This survivor's guilt, it's something that I deal with.
If I wake up in the morning, I thank God for another day. Blessed for my wife, speak to the fam, see my baby boys play. I reminisce gang banging, pushing dope off the curve, throwing up the neighborhood to the enemies while hollow points being served. And I've been to YA and I've been to the pen. Lost a lot of good homies, had many fake friends. Now I'm humble and respectful, and I handle my biz. If I don't fuck with you, that's just the way things is. Take advice from the OGs that really made it from the streets. Do what you do, homie, but remember your homies resting in peace. I've lost homies in the past, from drug health to getting blast. Know every obstacle in your path is just another fucking task. My homies behind the wall, man, I ain't forgot about y'all. Whether you in the penitentiary or the fucking juvenile halls, I made it to 50, 9 kids, 2 grands on top of the hill. Use your experience and common sense, that's my survivor's guilt. I earned stripes to move forward, not to leave it behind. I live a path for the blind that I know that you can find. Through Chuck, God works in dopest when you're at your motherfucking lowest. And I wanna thank him for connecting me to the homie Cricket from all the Floridas. Yeah, this goes out to the homies doing all day behind the wall. To all the homies out there in the struggle in the streets. Survivor guilt. Learn from it. Yeah.
That shit right there, boy. Hey, that shit right there is hard, homie.
Thanks, G. Oh, yeah. My boy got off, you know what I mean?
That shit right there was hard, man. I felt that one, man. I felt that one, man. Yeah, shout out to the homie Frosty, man. I felt that one.
Yeah, he ripped that shit. I like that he's willing to be himself too. Like he says, he's a grandpa. He got so many grandkids, and he did this, and he made it to 50, and that motherfucker's still spitting like a beast in his 50s.
Damn, that's dope. You got to bring the homie back for an update or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'm always down.
Yeah, that was dope right there, man. Wow, that was dope, man. Shout out to the homie Frosty. That was like Scarface shit, man. That was dope, bro. Let's continue right here. The Way You Were.
Oh yeah.
Deal to respect.
Feature my boy James Just.
That's right. The homie said, "Who made the beats?"
I just produced by Deal to Respect.
The time before you left, remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were. I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were.
It's just a moment, it's so rapid, almost like it didn't happen, almost like I just imagined everything while I was napping. Miss you, just had miss your jokes, miss you beside and move quotes, bumping music when you wrote that 808 was shaking homes. Miss you drugs, he miss your laughter. Wish there was another chapter. Wishing death was not a factor. Why the fuck we grow up faster? Life is brutal, death is quicker. Mixed up with that meth and liquor. Ghetto life has left us bitter. Damn it, dog, I miss you, sinner. A good homie, a great father, left behind a little daughter. I remember he coached soccer for his nephews. It's a shocker, knowing that he's not around. I would call, we would clown. Memories roam in the town. When it cracked, he was down. Damn, there's so much that I miss. That's a part of life, but I can't get used to this.
I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were. I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were.
Memories, they make me smile. I grew up a ghetto child. I remember shit was wild. I embraced that gangster style. I was soon surrounded with fellas that weren't counterfeit. Kept a G and proud of it. Had a snap right out of it. But I still got love for G's. Gordo Quickie, rest in peace. I remember being released. Shaved the dome, then hit the streets. Baby Chucky had my back. I miss my boy, and that's a fact. It's hard for me to think of that and think about just where I'm at. Keep it calm nowadays. Trying to learn from my mistakes. New memories I'm trying to make. Hug my kids cause life is great. Wasn't always like that though. Had to practice self-control. Seen too many come and go. Do a rose inside a hole. Damn, there's so much that I miss. That's a part of life, but I can't get used to this.
I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were. I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were. Dying of old age, days are gone. Well, maybe one, and I miss you, dog. Get stuck in my fields and I'm all fucked up. Superman ain't real, he ain't saving us. True sets in and it hurts a bit. New Year's Day is a worthless bitch. I lost my brother and my dad on the same damn day. 4 years apart and it hurt the kid. And that's just me living in a world of shit. Not to mention all the ones that skip when family dies, it's no surprise. It breaks the hearts and minds of all the kids. What happened to Grandpa? Where's Uncle Bubba? They didn't want to leave, but they told me they love you. They did? Yeah, they some bad motherfuckers. Holding back tears while I'm reaching to hug them. But that's how we get down. Let the cause fall. The ones we got left, we got love, y'all. Everyone involved in the day-to-day. I'm asking God if it's pay to play. Will I fade away like my favorite place? Now it's gone and that's it. All the charm in that wit won't ever be heard again. Damn. There's so much that I miss.
Yep.
That's a part of life. But I can't get used to this, nah. I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were. That's just the way you were. I just wanna go back to the time before you left. Remember you and throwbacks. Oh, that's lunatics. Took the risk and paid the price. I wish you would've changed your life, but that's just the way you were.
Wait, that's another banger. Incredible Javier.
That's my boy James the Just. And yeah, what happened?
Go ahead. No,
I said the whole album produced by Dirty Respect.
Ooh, shout out to the homie Dirty Respect. Natural Law said I'm getting a 3-6 Mafia vibe. Wow. Conejo said that sound. He said it's dope. Yeah, shout out to Conejo. Check me out. Okay. What's good, BT Media Group? My homeboy Jeff Quan. What's up, Jeff? Everybody tapping in. What's up? Much love. This is the preview. This is an exclusive. This is not out yet. You know what I mean? So it's coming out in July. This is exclusive right here, man. Tomorrow. Incredible Javier.
Featuring Dirty Respect and Big Silencer.
Let's go.
Looking forward to tomorrow, make a better me today. Integrity and pride are always on display. Though I came a long way, but the journey just begun. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done. I ain't rest until I'm done. Got more to overcome. I ain't rest until I'm done.
Ain't many options left for me, I'm taking this. The greatness is a product of my struggle and creativeness. They hating this, they pitiful, they miserable. Scandalous individuals, rather see me broke down, unheard, invisible, than see me flourish, not discouraged. Most these trolls are lacking courage. How much you need no assurance, never break mental endurance. Could have been a tragedy. Wiped out ghetto fantasy, consumed by the insanity. Changed up for my family, finally got my shit together. Moving forward, still want better. Growth is always at the center, now prepared for new endeavors.
Looking forward to tomorrow, make a better me today. Integrity and pride are always on display. Though I came a long way, but the journey just begun. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done. I ain't resting till I'm done. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done. Yeah, I paid the price, and I paid my dues, and I gave my life. I done paid the price for you. I done gave my life to you, and I risk it all for you, yeah. You talking earning dollar bills, you about big bucks. What you know about trust? What you know about love? I done pay my whole life, sacrifice, get it right. Looking forward to tomorrow, make a better me today. Integrity and pride are always on display. Though I came a long way, but the journey just begun. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done. I ain't resting till I'm done. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done.
Wide awake, no rest for me. Always put forth my all, never nothing less of me. Grateful for a new life, not many get to see. Free all of the homies till they free. Just fellowship off Ventura Boulevard with Big Percy, R.M.M, Dog Pound, Family Tree. We got work to do. I'm trying to make a class like Snoop. Hit corners in a candy coop. Drop out of high school. Plus I never hoop, but I could ride a rhyme or two. Pay a fee and I might ride around for you. I'm turning cash to food. Once heard the same shit from Woo. Cash rules, plus there's rules to cash. Can't just spend it fast, waste it all on a bitch that's fast. Sometimes it's okay to live slow. Proud of where I'm at and where my future lies. New age gangs, West Coast, family ties. Yeah.
Looking forward to tomorrow, make a better me today. Integrity and pride are always on display. Though I came a long way, but the journey just begun. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done. I ain't resting till I'm done. Got more to overcome, I ain't resting till I'm done.
That's another banger, man. The homie has a lot of banger. The homie said that the final 3-6 Mafia. There's a lot of soul in this. He says a lot of soul in your music, bro.
Yeah, that's the shit that I grew up liking. I try to spit it a certain way. You know, anywhere I try to rhyme a lot on a lot of my shit and break down different cadences. So I could definitely see the similarities there. Much love to 3-6. Hopefully they get back together and drop some more shit, man.
Right, I know, right? They went Hollywood on us, man, and just kind of dispersed. And they were.
I think they got some issues they need to address with each other. But I hope they do. You know, put that shit to the side and they got Academy Awards for their music. Like
right.
they can do it, man.
But that's the sad thing. When they got the Academy Award, that's when the shit like went bad, right? So it's like it's like we see this so many times, like with these great groups and artists. Like, is it when the money comes or is the fame or what is it? Because 3-6 had a long run way before they got the Academy Award, but that's when they, things went how they went. What do you think it is about, and how do you go about that just to keep it like with everything you do right now, like to not get caught up in any hype or anything, or even if, like I said, I know you're gonna blow up more. How do you even prepare for that and to keep yourself grounded, Javier? Like to even your homeboy or anybody to not say that about you.
Yeah, I think it just has to do with who you surround yourself with. So I think if you look at a lot of the groups, they'll start having other people come in, and everybody is a fucking expert all of a sudden. You know what I mean? It's like it just seems like when somebody gets to a certain place, there's always experts in there telling them what they should have. It's like, you should have this, you should have that. Not understanding they weren't there for the grind, for the sweat, for the tears. It's like they come after the fact talking about, well, you should have this, you should have this, and kind of fuck up the chemistry. So I would say for me, what I would do is just remember who was there from day one, remember what it took to get there, and just seize that moment. Never let that shit go.
Right. That's what's up. Great answer, bro. Chris G said, "Gotta get off and finish grinding. Buenos noches, homies, and cricket. Sick ass skills. That's what's up.
Much love. Appreciate that, G.
Yep. Let's get into this one right here. Young and antisocial, man. Ooh.
Yeah, this one's a fucking a collaboration on the beat. I did a little bit of the beat, gave it a deal of respect. He finished it, and he really like took it to another level.
Okay, here it is.
That fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial. Running these streets trying to get hood fame. When I'm gone, well, they mention my name. Getting high just to ease the pain. As a kid, got shackled and chained. Mine is going off on the stabbing each other. Fighting and slicing and stabbing each other. They take the place of the dad and the mother. Don't know how to talk when they mad at each other. Preying on weakness, takes and leeches. Cage like dogs and put on leashes. What's it for money? Genius, fuck the greed. It's so egregious. Can't believe this shit is clear. How much cash they make a year? But this for profiteers. Who the fuck pays for those tears? Who the fuck pays salaries? Their benefits, their hourly. Inmates turning elderly. So much abnormalities. Shit was looking on to me. Turn us to commodities. Trap us into poverty. They don't really want us free. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial. There's anger inside, disguised as pride. Shit turns ugly when these egos collide. Life or death, so you decide. Where the fuck do you reside? Geographic rivalries, homies that would die for me. Pissed off at society, got social anxiety. Don't press my buttons, couldn't function, rather cause disruption. Self-destruction, engaging in this hood corruption. There ain't no trophies or medals for parolees. I think of OGs, drinking, bumping ODs. Feeling hopeless, got cirrhosis when that coffin closes. And they leave behind many that they paid no mind. A painful death to escape the torture that they felt. They knew the outcome but continually rejected help. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial. We had guns at our disposal, yeah. Black fitted started cap, Florida Martin's logo. We were young and antisocial, young and antisocial.
Incredible Javier, man.
Yes, sir.
Another banger. And that's off the album. Again,
many would hear the actions you describe and point out that you had a lack of empathy and compassion. How do you justify having no regard for the people that you victimized? At that point, he gave me a menacing look with a devilish smile. I'd be fibbing if I told you fear did not strike to my body, but nonetheless, I had to stay true to my journalistic integrity and stand by my words.
Let me ask you, who the fuck has compassion for us? When I'm out there as a kid, struggling, hungry, when I don't know where I'm gonna live, who the fuck has compassion for us?
Sounds like you're minimizing.
I'll tell you what's being minimized. What's being minimized is the trauma that we face on a daily basis. The fact that motherfucking society looks down on us. That's what's being minimized. What we have to go through, you guys don't give a fuck unless it starts to impact you.
That's what it really is.
Ooh-wee. That's deep right there. Incredible Javier. That's the album right there, man. Previewed right here. Exclusive.
Yes,
Exclusive.
sir. Yes, sir.
Exclusive, man. Anything else you want to put out there, maybe about the album? I know it's coming out soon. Anything else you want to expand on about the music that we did not touch on or anything?
So I just want to say, shout out to my boy Deal to Respect. It was the first time where um, I kind of took a back seat to a lot of it. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the times I want to be on the forefront, controlling everything, and I was open to suggestions. I He was really gracious with the beats for real. Like if I wanted something, he would shoot that shit. Like that's how much he had faith in the project and he respected it. So much
Right.
love to Deal to Respect. It'll be out in July. Evolutionary Anachronism. Um, and hopefully, this will do well and continue to make this shit. You know what I mean? Like I love making music, and I think my skills are only evolving. So it's only gonna get better from here.
Yes, sir, man. I think, yeah, all that what you just said. I just think, you've been depriving the people of this music, bro. The homie has bars, dope music, and I know you see the homie on the podcast and everything. He's doing great, but this music shit is about to take you guys to a whole nother level, man. So shout out to Javier, man, doing it real big. The podcast. Now again, yeah, tell them about the podcast again briefly if you want to speak on that because I know that's new. But tell them where they can check out the podcast. Tell them what it's about. That may be different from your YouTube show.
Yeah, so I got a podcast with the homegirl Yahira called the Indigenous Heathens Podcast. Basically, we touch on a lot of social issues. It gives me opportunity to discuss things that I probably wouldn't have the chance to normally discuss on my channel because my channel I'm trying to listen to other people's stories, get their opinion. I also try to have fun on my channel, so it's a balance, right, on the channel of things I try to do. So there's a lot of issues that I don't get to touch on, and luckily, Yahira was gracious enough to say, hey, I want to jump on a podcast with you, right? And form a team. So yeah, she's also a former ward of the state. She was a YA baby. She was a Ventura, very intelligent, well spoken, and she is street smart also. So it's like it's the perfect mix. We balance each other, and there's times where we are going to disagree, and we'll chop it up about that respectfully.
I think that was dope. I think that was genius, bro, to make that connection because one, she's a female, so the homies can, they want to have something to not only what you relate to, but have a female perspective, and the ladies can tap into and have a female perspective of what she's talking about. And both of you guys have great stories. Both you guys YA babies, so it's coming from a real perspective. So I think that was a
Yeah.
great move, man. I think this podcast is about to be big as well.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, as soon as I was very impressed with her when we did the interview. I was like, man, she's very bright. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
she's and when she reached out to me and she was like, oh yeah, like you ever thought about launching a podcast? And I was like, I thought about it. I need a co-host. I need somebody to help me out with it. And she's like, I'm down. I said, fuck it, let's do it. And so it was dope because like I respect her views. She respects my views, and we got to talk about a lot of different things. And I think next one we are going to talk about some the George Floyd case and the vendors. So
Okay.
that should be that should be cool, and we're going to tackle issues like I said that normally I wouldn't get the chance to tackle on my YouTube channel.
Right, right. I think that's dope. Hey, another question I had and a couple other people wanted to ask you as well. Have you had any contact with the other homegirl that you interviewed that like broke the internet early for you? The homegirl little one. You know what I mean? Which
Oh,
was a
Brianna,
great
yeah,
interview.
yeah. I talked to her maybe when I launched the podcast with Yahira, and
Okay.
we chopped it up, and she's doing well, and hopefully soon she'll be able to jump on for a Q&A, and when she's ready, we'll be here.
That's what's up. Shout out to little one, man. She had an
Much love.
incredible interview as well, man. Everybody loved her. You know what I mean? That was one of the ones early too for me with you on your channel that I was like, whoa, this was dope. And one of the early interviews I caught. So shout out to Lil One as well.
Yeah, much love to little one. I love that she was so accepting to be open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She put out her vulnerabilities, and she was really genuine and raw with it, and I really appreciated that.
Mhm. Yeah, that was dope. Shout out to Little One as well, and
Much love.
all the homies you had on the channel, man. So many homies, that you had great stories, man. From it's just great, man. And again, just much respect to Javier, everything you're doing. And I'm saying it first right here. I think within a year you'll see my boy Javier really taking off. I already see it, and so congratulations early, my boy. You know what I
I
mean?
appreciate that, G.
I see you about to take off, my boy. So congratulations, man. And that 5K will be 50K shortly, and just so many more things. You know what I mean? And thank you for all you do, bro. Thank you for keeping it real with me all the time, bro. And we always tap in and connect, and I'm always show you support. Because got the real deal over there, man. So
Well,
much respect.
same
Thank you,
here,
my
dog. You know, like I love what you do.
yeah.
You know, I try to tap in whenever I get the chance. You come in a little later. I'm kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
on
That's,
that old
yeah,
man state, but I'll try to
right.
at least jump on for a little
And
bit,
and
check it out.
the only reason that I'm so late most of the time until I figure it out is because, like I told you tonight, I put the wrong time. But it's because I do my radio show
Yeah,
before that. It's called after hours. So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
the reason. You know what I mean? But thank you, my boy. Shout out to my co-host Conejo. You had to
Much
check
love to
out.
Conejo.
He's in the comments. Shout out to Conejo, man, my boy. Natural Law. Everybody tapped in tonight and showed the support and love. Thank you, man. This is my boy right here, Javier. You just heard his new album. So you now know what his music sounds like. You can go back and tap into his old stuff. He has some stuff on YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. Just look up Javier Raygoza or Incredible Javier, right? Javier?
I uh I think with Incredible Javier, you could find the theme song to my, because people were like, "Oh, I love that shit. That's just pretty tight." I actually produced that track, so yeah, you can find it there under Incredible Javier, and then from there, click on the artist Javier Raygoza, and that'll take you to a list of my other tracks I did.
Okay, yeah, there it is. And what you got coming up next, my boy? I know you got some shit. You probably got some shit tomorrow, bro. I mean, you got
Yeah, I have,
shit all the time. Tell them what you
yeah.
got coming up.
So tomorrow we got Young Beeves dropping by again
Ooh,
with the special announcement. He has an announcement he's doing on Sunday. We got James Adjust, who was on that song "That's Just the Way We Were." He's gonna jump on. We're gonna do the strangest movies, a list, top 10. I picked 5, he picked 5. We're gonna break those down, and we're gonna do that live. So just to interact with the subscribers and see what everyone thinks. Monday we'll do another interview. That's to be determined. Um, Tuesday, we're gonna talk religion, faith, and atheism
oh,
with the homie Sticks, righteous by
oh,
faith.
my boy, my boy.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
shout out
Sticks.
to my boy Stick, man. Isaac Pedrosa always,
I'm
when
still
he
here, G. My camera just died, but
got you,
yeah,
push the limit. But shout
yeah,
out to Stick. We got a new video coming out. It should be out any day now. Whenever the homie finishes editing it, my homeboy Cali Dreams. Me and the homie Sticks has shot a new video. So shout out to the homie Sticks, man, too.
yeah, much love. So we're gonna have a respectful, grown-up conversation about our differences, what we agree with, and just take it from there. You know what I mean? So that'll
Dope.
be on Tuesday
That's it.
at 6:30.
That should be dope, man. And Javier, you've been having some incredible, like, always go on your channel. I'll be like, damn, this was dope. I really, but you've been having some really dope interviews. One of my favorites was the homie, and I'm supposed to connect with them soon. Shout out to the homie Poison, man.
Oh yeah, much love to Poison.
That shit was dope as hell. Getting that history, because Aliso Village, and his whole story is crazy. But even Aliso Village, because we all know that Aliso Village is not here anymore, but it's so much history in those projects right there. So I
Yeah,
was glad about his story, man. That was incredible right there. And then his wife, man, like, wow, that was
yeah.
that was
What was the
incredible.
trip? What the trip about that is it was all unexpected, all of it. So I knew he was coming over,
Right,
but then he put live interview. I had never done a live interview before. I
right,
wasn't expecting to do a live interview, but I said, you know what? Fuck it, let's go with it, right? And
yeah.
then his wife came, and we were able to get her in on it. It just worked out so organic and so dope. And he's just they're a dope couple, power couple right there.
Power, yeah. That was dope. And now I see you've gotten more comfortable because now you've been doing more live interviews.
Yeah.
So
After that, I seen that it was possible. I was like, fuck it, let's do it.
right. So that's dope, man. So I don't want to hold you anymore, Javier. Thank you, man, again for coming on tonight. Great episode. I just wanted to really bring you back to update, but I wanted to showcase this music, man, because I think you're a dope artist, man, and the people just don't know yet, man. But I gave them the exclusive for when Javier blows up and all that, later, and then you hear the music, you heard it here first, man. So shout out to my boy Javier. Thank you, my boy. Thank you,
Much
man.
love, dog. If I ever blow up, you're blowing up with me, my boy. Appreciate it, G.
That's what's up, my boy, man. Much love, everybody. We'll take you out of here with that. Everybody have a blessed evening. Happy Friday. It's a good Friday, whatever, however you do it. Just have a good weekend. Be safe, man. And that's what's up. Javier, Raygoza, incredible Javier, aka Cricket. Shout out to El Monte, man. G-Lew, Conejo. After Hours Live, we are out of here. Peace and love, man. Thanks, my boy.
Peace. Much love, my boy.
We're out.